Intro web. We meet again. Actually, we just crossed the 1700 sub mark, so thanks for that. Our little corner of the web is slowly growing. Anyways, it's late, it's Monday, let's just jump into it. Today, we're talking about a YouTuber getting arrested for sneaking onto an island of an uncontacted tribe. Scientists are making humongous strides in the realm of genetic editing, and the Chessboard killer is confessing to at least 11 more counts on top of the 48 he was previously convicted with. All in this top of the week episode of... But like always, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an update. Did you do it? Yeah, I bet you didn't, you little bitch.
YouTuber Mykhailo Viktorovych Polyakov was arrested for illegally entering North Sentinel Island, home to the isolated Sentinelese tribe.
Mykhailo Polyakov's. Oh, it's gonna be one of those kind of episodes, isn't it? 5-minute landing on North Sentinel Island was brief, but enough to get him arrested by Indian authorities. He reportedly waded ashore after blowing a whistle to get the Sentinelese tribe's attention, left behind a coconut and a Diet Coke, grabbed some sand, filmed it, of course he fucking filmed it, and got back on his boat. And this wasn't his first try, he did attempt to reach the island back of January of this year. 2025 if you're watching this that far into the future. I mean, I'm in the future, you're in the past, I'm just telling you what happened. Mind freak. Anyways, his March 29th attempt worked, but also triggered some legal action. 2 days later, he was arrested and is now in remand for further questioning. Unfortunate for him, authorities did review his GoPro footage, which confirmed his landing. Quit recording your fucking crimes, people. What the hell is wrong with you? North Sentinel Island is strictly off limits to protect the Sentinelese, who have violently resisted contact and are considered highly vulnerable to outside diseases. You know, kind of like the Native Americans were to Christopher Columbus. It's a tale as old as time. The rules are clear on this one. No one is allowed within 3 nautical miles of the island. Polyakov's case echoes the 2018 incident involving missionary John Allen Chau, or Chau, I think it was Chau, who was there to try and spread Christianity to the tribe, but was killed after the illegal landing. Sometimes we should just mind our own business. Despite global tension around that case, adventurers and, of course, content creators have continued to test the limits. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean now, with serious consequence.
Professor David Liu of the Broad Institute has won a $3 million breakthrough prize in life sciences for pioneering base editing and prime editing, advanced gene editing tools that go beyond CRISPR's original capabilities.
David Liu's recognition with the Breakthrough Prize shines a spotlight on just how far gene editing has come, and how much closer we are to rewriting the future of medicine. Base editing, his first major breakthrough, fine-tunes the genome by correcting single-letter mutations in DNA, which account for about 30% of all known disease-causing errors. Unlike CRISPR, which cuts DNA like scissors and often introduces more problems than it solves, base editing rewrites with surgical precision. Go with my hands again. It is already out there in clinical trials, including one where a single drug infusion treated patients with a rare lung or liver disorder, proof that this is no longer science fiction. Now imagine what happens when the little robots get their hands on this. Then there's prime editing, the next-gen version Liu's team introduced back in 2019. Think of it as find and replace for genetic code, capable of correcting far more complex mutations, including deletions and insertions. That's right, it's a Microsoft Word reference for you. It opens the door to potentially fixing diseases like cystic fibrosis, where a few missing letters can wreak lifelong havoc. What stands out just as much as the science, at least in my opinion, is Liu's decision to share it all. Instead of locking breakthroughs behind patents, his lab has released their tools through a non-profit library used by tens of thousands of researchers. A move that prioritizes impact over exclusivity and accelerates progress across the globe. If only more people and places would adopt the same practices. But what do you think? Are you ready to undergo some genetic modifications? Actually, I don't know if they could do it on us adults. This might be a baby thing. Are you ready to have a designer baby? Just like that Louis Vuitton bag. The first person that does this to their newborn should name their child Louis Vuitton and give you $10.
Alexander Pichushkin, convicted in 2007 for 48 murders, has told authorities he's prepared to confess to 11 more counts.
Alexander Pichushkin's new offer to confess to 11 more murders reopens one of Russia's most notorious serial killer cases. Dubbed the Chessboard Killer, Pichushkin had once claimed he wanted a body for every square of his board, 64 in total. Prosecutors secured convictions for 48 counts of murder during his 2007 trial, despite his insistence that the real number was much higher. Of all the things to brag about. I guess if you're a serial killer, yeah, I guess bigger is better? I don't know. Now, nearly 20 years into his life sentence at the remote Polar Owl prison, he's signaling he's ready to fill in more of that morbid game board. Pachinski's victims were often people on the margins, elderly, homeless, or struggling with addiction. You know, people that can't fight back. Many were lured to, and I'm gonna get this wrong, but Bitsevsky Park, where he committed most of the acts over the course of more than a decade. The motivations for his new admissions aren't clear, whether it's a bid for relevance or a psychological shift or maybe a calculated move from behind bars. Either way, authorities now face the task of revisiting long-dormant cases, looking to match these claims with real traceable crimes. And on that bit of real-life monster news, speaking of monsters, have you been watching Devil May Cry? So good. I'm gonna call it. If you managed to stick around to the end of the video, do me that last solid and hit that like button. You know, help spread some news. And I guess I'll just catch you next time. Bye.